Hello Antique and Garden Showcase friends, and welcome back. Glad to have you here today. Today I want to take you through the steps of taking apart a Gone with the Wind lamp. Now I'm not going to get into rewiring or anything like that. I'm just going to show you what it's like to take one apart from top to bottom. Now a Gone with the Wind lamp is named after the movie Gone with the Wind. It's typically a glass globe bottom and a glass globe top that match. Now there's a lot of things about these lamps that can go wrong when you go out to buy one. In fact, China painters used to make replacement shades for these. So a lot of times the upper shade got broken, and it's important to look closely if you're interested or in the market for one of these to actually check and make sure that the flowers, the florals, and the colors really match on these lamps. Now I was lucky enough this year to find one that is an original, but it has been modified to electricity. The original Gone with the Wind lamps were oil lamps. They had brass oil fonts that dropped down in them, and they were lit by match, and they had a wick, and the bottom globe did not light up. It was just the top globe. In modern times, they want these lamps to be a top globe that lights up and a bottom globe that's a night light. Now, the lamp that I've got, I'll tell you, I've already taken this apart before the video. The oil can has been cut apart and has been modified on there. So I'm going to do voiceover on these videos, and hopefully this will make sense as I'm going through, but I'm taking this apart in order to rewire it. The wiring was atrocious. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in these next few clips. So this is the lamp that we're going to be looking at today. It's the one I bought at auction last summer. It's all original, a really pretty example of kind of a monumental Gone with the Wind lamp. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the top globe, and you lift that off over the chimney. Some people try to remove the chimney first, and where it's got that sort of onion bulb portion there, it will not lift out through the top of these shades. So it's important to do it in this order. Lift your shade off first, then go and take your chimney out. Now I'm going to set these things aside because I'm going to actually take the base over to a softer location to work on it. Never ever work on these on a hard surface because they are glass. So I'm going to use the bed to put this base on to work on it further. My main reason for taking this lamp apart was the horrible wiring job. You can see the cord right there in my hand has been splayed together and wrapped up with electrical tape. It's got even two different color cords, one black and one brown. Inside the lamp, there's a light bulb dangling down the night light portion against wires on the inside, which looks extremely dangerous. If that got hot next to wires, I would not want anything like that going on. So to get this apart, what I'm going to do in the next step, I'll point to, there are two little bolts there, and they have little nuts on them that will have to be removed. Once those nuts have been removed, the base or the foot comes off really easy, and it's very heavy because it's a good foundation. Now there's a ring there that you see. That ring actually supports the base of the bottom globe, so it's important to kind of take these apart in a stepwise fashion. And as you can see, the cord passes through each piece, so I'm going to gently remove the cord through the base piece so I can set that base piece aside. And this is a good time when you take these lamps apart to clean them if you want to clean them. Some people want to polish the brass. I don't. I'll just clean that brass portion up really well and then put it back on. But I'm not going to polish it down and make it look new by any means. So I'm just going to put that back over here on the table, and then we'll go back to the base here and see more of what's going on there. So next portion is going to be that shade collar is going to have to come off of there, so slide it through the cord as well. And it's good to keep all of these things in order. You know, if you can't keep a mental list, take photographs of everything as it comes apart. That's always a good thing when working on any lamp. So I'm going to put that shade collar right on top of the base. That way I know those two pieces go together. As we pass back, you can kind of see a little bit of my green glass collection there. It's quite extensive. And then now we've got to get the top fount portion out of the base shade. This is what would have been the original oil can, so I'm sliding all of that up and out. As you can see, the can's been cut off. But all this wiring and dangling down light bulbs and just a mess of things inside of there. I'm going to try to simplify this whole thing. I really, really hate that light bulb laying right up against the wires. That's just a horrible, horrible situation. Thanks again for watching Antique and Garden Showcase. I hope you learned a little bit about taking apart a Gone with the Wind lamp today. Now, I am going to be rewiring this one, but trying to source the things I need to put this back together is a little difficult. I went to the hardware store the other day, and I found a couple of the parts that I need. One was kind of what I wanted, but not really. So I'm actually going to be spending some time online trying to find the things that I really want to put this lamp together the way I would like for it to be. And of course, I'm not going to restore it back to an oil lamp. I do want it to have the night light base and the lighted top. So it's going to require a little bit of electrical tweaking to make that work. And I'm not an electrician at all, but you know, I've wired several lamps and light fixtures in my day and have had pretty good success. So I will do this and see how it turns out, and I will let you know. Again, thanks for watching Antique and Garden Showcase. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we would love to have you as a subscriber. Be sure to like and comment. That always helps us find other people. And I'm standing outside, and yeah, there are cattle on the hill if you can't hear. Anyway, have a good week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I do believe it's feeding time. Looks like that's what all the ruckus is about. But they're pretty good neighbors to have.